No, it definitely hurts. I mean, as I said, it's a really tough place to play cricket in India. But even with a lot of inexperience in our team, we'd never come here thinking that we're just gonna roll over and die. We are a very, very proud cricketing nation, and our performances this Test match doesn't do that justice. So I'm hurting, and I'm sure a lot of the guys in there would be too. But it's also trying to make sure that you focus on trying to achieve this team to get better, even if it means that you do a few things wrong. As I said, there's a lot of young faces in that dressing room. So even in real tough times, make sure you try and find learning where the players can get better. Otherwise, we're not moving forward as a group. Hopefully in a year's time we can sit here and players, young players, would have gone through experiences like this from a character point of view and get stronger, because that's what's required at the highest level, especially in Test cricket. There's no space to hide, and the best players that stay up there for the longest are mentally the toughest. So this is a good character challenge for those guys. Consistency. You can take player by player in their team the ability to land the ball in the right area for a long period of time, and they do that as a bowling attack together. I find that in the first and the second test there was periods where we did it with Vernon and KG and a little bit of Keshav sometimes, where there is pressure building and you manage to keep the run rate at a good tempo at 2.8, 2.9. So you sort of in the game, but then that pressure just gets released, and then their batting becomes on top, and then it's difficult to stop. The way the Indian players have taken the game to our bowlers, both Test matches now, there's been a session where it's been a blowout session for us. Obviously the last one was a challenge, especially for me as captain, because I didn't want to over bowl our seamers because they've been in the field for so long, and the score is already so big that you want to protect their workloads a little bit. And then Keshav going off the field with his arm, then you're stuck with some part-time spin, and that session really hurt us. But yeah, all in all, India has been much better on us in every department. But if you look at their team, and in terms of Test caps and experience, and the numbers they have on the board in terms of the averages, it all stacks up, and that's where we need to get at as a team. At the moment, if you look at, from a batting point of view, if you look at purely on the number side of things, it's not good enough. So we need to get there. We need the right guys to make sure, there's a plan for the next 2 years. Obviously the Test Championship it's not now, it's a 2-year thing. So it's just trying to make sure we get the guys that will get there, you will have a batting lineup that all averages 40 plus. If you do that, then consistently you will challenge bowling attacks. But if you up and down and a little bit below where you should be, then you won't challenge the best. Yeah, me going to 4 was purely I felt it was important for me to step up. The batting failed in the first innings, but obviously, from a starting point of view, we haven't started well. Every single innings we've been in a position where we've been 30 or 40 or 50 for 3. And as I said, it's such a vital component as how you start in the subcontinent. So it was just, trying to find us a better start, try and take responsibility in making sure that I step up to the plate. So possibly moving forward, that is something that for now needs to be considered for me to bat there, until we feel that there is growth, there's games behind batsmen's names, so that the experience can come back. Incredible knock. He started really slow. Surprised that he started that slow. Normally he's quite busy and he gets off flying quite well, and he was quite patient in the beginning, which was required on that wicket. He left well. And then, sheer mental toughness to bat for that long takes a huge lot of brain power. Even Mayank as well, with these scores that he's putting in, big performances. Double 100 followed by 100. That's all in the mind. So there's there's stuff for us to learn from that. Is making sure that when you are getting in, to put in scores that can actually change the outcome of the match. Myself, for example, a 50 or a 60 is not going to win you the match. So when you do get an opportunity to get in, get 150, get a 200, get a 250, because that influences the match in your favor. So yeah, great knock, well composed. Obviously a very, very good player, and making the biggest thing about him is his hunger for runs, and that's you can see that. So that's something that you can only admire from a distance.